Alright, let's see. I think it's working. Okay. This is Ernie. Las Vegas. Let me fix. Working on these things. Las Vegas. Retired. Yeah. And it's what is it? 7:16 a.m. in South Dakota, Wagner, South Dakota. I'm just showing you that I'm a normal person. I still got that eBay business. Sold two. Let's see, what's this? Money clip and a marble necklace that I actually got from the Philippines. You know, I do stuff, I experiment. I got a lot of stuff. I got this ring here through all this. I sold a bunch of GP Moto shirts. Moto GP, heck, I forgot. But anyway, about this ring, cheap. It's from China, but it's so stainless steel. It's neat, it's worth it. I get a bunch of these, but you gotta wait, 6 weeks, 2 months. Most Americans don't want to wait that long, but through the time here in the middle of nowhere in Wagner, I've learned a lot of stuff. So I hadn't wasted my time here in Wagner, but I'm not gonna just die like a rat in a cage. I get to Vegas, I can try to sell some of this stuff, find retailers, maybe do different things. Here's coffee right here, see? Black coffee. I've got diabetes. I have to take insulin shots. So these last few, you get a job, you can retire at 55, stick at it at 36 and a half years, and you hate it for most of it. But then you become a postmaster, which you worked hard for, and that was a good job. I was able to raise my 3 kids, have weekends off. Daughter graduated from the same high school in the middle of nowhere. A honor roll, president FBLA. All kinds of good stuff. I'll tell you all these stories later, but we're getting ready. I'm going to have to close that eBay store. So don't forget about my I'm a Nice Guy song. Yeah, you can forget about it. It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. But this is a friendly channel. We're going to have friends. And everybody's going to be able to say, Ernie, go check this out. Is this true? And I'll find out in Vegas. Vegas is a great town, man. It's not just about the Strip. Strip's neat, but that's like going to Disneyland. Disneyland's not that big. I remember when I was a kid, I was Peter Pan at Disneyland when I was 13 in Anaheim. It was a long time ago. But anyway, you go to Disneyland, spend all day there, and you can just keep walking around, just see the same old crap. Vegas is quite a bit bigger. You got trade shows. We'll see trade shows, conventions. What I keep thinking of things later on to do, but you got dog walking parks. You got skateboarding parks, of course. And there might be older people that like that, because, matter of fact, I was on one of the first ever skateboards. Remember that when you had your roller skates, and then you just took like a 2x4 and then screwed the roller skates into that, and then you made a skateboard. That was in the days like, oh wow, you actually do that. Now you got people flipping around and doing all these tricks. But anyway, I'm a scatterbrain, don't forget about that. That keeps things a little more enjoyable. Got the same shirt I had on yesterday, but here in a little while I'm getting ready to go out and do stuff, so I'll hop in the shower, change clothes, and go get some things done I need to do. And I just thought, well, I'll just do a video and start trying to make this a habit, okay? So, Las Vegas retired. That's it. I've got to get used to that. And then, like I said, I'm going to go through, let's see, our trip going, it'll start about planning August 28th, maybe. 1,500 miles about. Go Wagner to Hastings, Nebraska, to Colby, Kansas. I'm doing this because I'm going to figure out where all the AAA Auto Club places. I can't tell if the camera's looking. I got this older little Canon Power Shot. It's pretty good. Been a good camera. But anyway, Colby, Kansas, Burlington, Colorado, then Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Colorado, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, Kingman, Arizona, then Las Vegas. Now those are where I'm going to look for. I'm going to write them down. AAA Auto Club approved garages. Because you have to do that too, because you can't trust mechanics really when you're on the road, because they will stick it to you. And all these places I've made it to where I can be towed within 100 miles, because my plan, I can get a 100-mile tow, and then I'll have them send me to the closest AAA approved garage if something happens. I have a 2003 Chevy Express 2500 with a 6.0 liter engine. That thing will pull 10,000 pound cargo trailer, which I got. It's used. It'll pull that like a feather, and it'll have everything that we own, you know, in the world. And which, you know, it's not too much, but it's all right. And anyway, it'll be an adventure. And all these places that we see free camping or whatever, we're just gonna pull off a little ways off the road, and just enjoy. The van's in the shop right now, of all things. It's acting up. No crank, no start. I don't know if it's the starter, the connector, the relay. I don't think it's in the ignition switch. I hear when I drive about 10 miles, if it gets hot, then all of a sudden I go out to start it, nothing. And then, you know, later on you hear like a clunk, clunk on the left side under the hood. Then later on, just feels like it, boom, it'll start right up. So if anybody knows what that is, feel free to comment. Please do. But it's in a AAA approved shop 50 miles away in Mitchell, Oklahoma. Larry's I-90. That's a good place. They're good people. But they gave me a car. It's a beat up Ford 500, but it runs, and said just keep it, leave the car here for a few days, because they want it to act up. I'm afraid it's not going to act up, and they're not going to figure it out. So I'm just going to have to take off with it in its condition, because, and maybe I'll figure it out on the way there at some other garage. AAA approved garage, and we have to make sure we have, you know, plenty of food and this and that. We have a tent, and we have all the survival things we need when we're going. And then if we stop and camp and